Hey everybody, welcome to Mini Terrain Domain and Jasper's Game Week. Happy to be here for the first game of the day. We are going to be playing DCC X Crawl, in which characters take the roles of superstar athletes taking their chances on live, on pay-per-view death sport. X Crawl is short for Extreme Dungeon Crawl. The dungeon judge, or DJ, creates the artificial dungeon under controlled but still potentially lethal conditions. The characters must go through the dungeon and fulfill whatever conditions the DJ puts forth in order to win. Citizens of the North American Empire tune in each week to watch their favorite crawlers brave the latest designs of trending DJs, and the potential for fame and fortune is unlimited. Today we have four players that represent their team. The Blurgs, do I got it right? The Blurgstown Saints?
That's right.
So the Blurgstown Saints, we're going to check in with them after a quick intro here to the conditions of the day and where we're starting up. We're going to maybe learn a little bit, give them a chance to introduce their characters. But first, a little background about where we are starting out. So it's currently November. Your X-Crawl team has come to the end of a very disappointing first year. Your first year competing in the Division 3 league. Division 3 play is sort of analogous to somewhere between the minor leagues and like a true professional team. So this is your first. Some of you maybe like in college were X-Crawlers, and those games are a little less on the lethal side, or there's hobby leagues and things like that. But this is like the big time, and so it's been really frustrating because the entire time that you were in Division 4 play, you were just racking up awards and accolades. You were named the Rookie Team of the Year. All of the sports syndicates, Crawl Illustrated, ESPN, North American Empire State News Agency, all were predicting that you were going to be like the hottest thing. And so very disappointing your season. And it was kind of looking like, you were just going to get forgotten about. But you might have one last chance at salvaging your wounded reputations. A series of misfortunes have befallen some of your more prosperous rivals. The Rock'em Sock'em Suckas are currently tied up with a lawsuit after a fan incurred an injury at an autograph session gone wrong. The Hanna-Barbarians are being held in contempt by the league for suspected briberies of X-Crawl officials. And so they were kind of taken out of contention. And with these two most promising teams out of the way, the league ended up booking the Order of Fortuna to be the New Year's Eve crawl team for this big, huge event that all the eyes of the Empire are going to be on in Toronto. But 1 week ago, the team had a pretty wild night of drunken revelry while they were stopping off in Denver. And they very publicly and very vulgarly defiled a statue of the Archduke of Colorado. And so that's all over the news. And the league had to come out and like make a very forceful statement condemning the actions. I can't even get into like what they did. It's so terrible and so awful. When they report on this event, they have to put up the disclaimer, like, get your kids out of the room, type of thing. So the league was forced to issue this very strong statement of rebuke, and they had to revoke their status as crawlers. And so they were disqualified from this year's event. And so it comes to you, your halfling agent, Rogan Teakettle, managed to pull a few strings and book you for this event, despite the fact that maybe it doesn't seem like your team is really ready for this challenge. And you are all together now. You're riding in like what's basically like a Greyhound bus with other people. Like you don't have like your own coach bus or anything quite yet. You haven't racked up enough money for that, so you got your own tickets. You're in the coach bus. Your agent has been on the phone like this entire time. He's hardly interacted with you, but he comes and finds like where you all are at the bus. And maybe this is like the right time where I'm gonna have the players like kind of step in and maybe introduce themselves. Tell us your character name, what class you are playing. So just so I don't know if folks understand, we're playing Dungeon Crawl Classics, and so this kind of follows some of the class rules or the formulas from like old school D&D. So we've got warriors, clerics, thieves, wizards, and then the demi-humans of the elf, halfling, and dwarf. So give us name, your class, and why don't you tell us like one thing about your character, whether it's like catchphrase or signature move or some accolade, some event that has happened that everyone like knows or associates with your character. And I think we'll start with Joe T.
All right. So, I'm Joe. I'm playing a dwarven stonemason. His name's Whedon Bender. Bender for short, of course. So Bender really is a dude who only wants to see blood. That's his only thing. He likes to see blood and drink beer, and doesn't matter which order those two things come in. But he also has a terrible memory. He can't remember anything, so he's just really good at trying to twist the story to make sure that whatever his forgotten memories are still kind of stitched together in some sort of narrative.
Awesome. Let's go next to Robin.
All right. I'm playing Elvira. I'm a cleric who in the past career was a gravedigger, came to worship Shul, the god of the moon, after he came to her aid when creatures rose up from the graveyard and the dead didn't stay dead. So she likes to use her shovel turned staff as a weapon at times because it's just really handy for beating back those undead.
Awesome. Let's go next to Winston.
All right, I am playing Silas. Silas is a halfling, and Silas's main personality trait is he is a doomsday prepper. So he spends his entire life preparing for the apocalypse. So all of his gadgets and items are all prepped that way. He sports a hunting crossbow. It's tricked out with like a scope and his own little paint scheme on it and everything. And he's absolutely paranoid of everything. He assumes everything is out to mess things up. And he is a part of the team to try to earn as much money as he can so he can build his dream bunker.
I just want his armor to be like lines of Campbell's soup cans.
Well, it is chainmail, and I figured it was like something he had like cobbled together from things. So I will say, canon, it's soup can chainmail. Little
Awesome.
Shingles of soup mail.
Yeah. I've seen people do that online, like craft chainmail out of little tabs from like soda cans.
That's what it is.
Next up, we've got Corey.
I'm playing Muffaletta Shortcake. She's an elf. She came to Division 4 after being discovered working the midnight shift at a diner, and she wasn't very good at it, so she binge drunk the potions of strength and potions of healing a little bit much and rocketed through that division, but has vowed to be natural and a natural athlete from this point on. So she might not be as good anymore.
Awesome. So so your agent comes over by you, this halfling, middle-aged, very much a kind of dried up crawler himself, like he had been in the games at one point. Is just like continuing to live through you all, and he doesn't mind sharing. He looks for opportunities to like drop in stories of his own legacy, like inopportune times, like it doesn't even like make sense or fit most of the time. But he comes over, he's just gotten off the phone, he says, okay, Thanks. Look, I've been working all afternoon trying to get you a sponsor for the games, and I got 3 sponsorships lined up for you all. And I can't tell. They're all pretty good deals, so I thought I'd run it all by you. Make sure that we can find the best fit. I've been in talks with Ajax Fitness, in exchange for you all promising to exclusively train in Ajax Fitness facilities. They were willing to be your main sponsor for the event. And if you do so, mechanically speaking, you will get maybe some extra mojo to start the game. So each of the characters, we ran through this like before we started the game, but each of the characters has mojo points which they can spend to enhance the abilities or the die rolls of others. So you would get an extra 1d3 mojo to start the game if you go with them. And then he tells you about decent gear. It's, I don't think I'm saying it properly, but it's adventure gear. It's good gear, but it's also
decent?
It's.
Or are we descending with it?
Yeah, he's like, that's it, Daddy. Okay, yeah, you get this gear, and they're gonna give you some of their free stuff, promotional stuff, backpacks. They got ropes. They've got all kinds of stuff, tools. And like he lists off like you could get extra gear if you choose them. Gear that might help you out during the crawl. And then he's like, but certainly not least, I'm really excited about this one. Raincat Brewery is willing to sponsor you, and in exchange, they're willing to give you 1 year's supply of their Raincat IPA, and they will supply you each with a minor healing potion.
Duh.
And like he like shows you like he's got a case of it with him. Like they've already like sent something along. It's the logo is like this like cat, this black cat that looks like it was dunked in a bathtub, and it's just like.
Oh, Raincat IPA, yeah. I mean, it's a clear choice. I don't understand why anyone would pick anything other than the IPA.
Okay. I mean, tools are nice. They can help you survive.
I don't know.
Can
I
I
like
see?
working out. That sounds like a great deal.
All right, it looks like it's the 3-way split.
Oh
Elvira,
boy.
it comes down to you. You're the deciding vote.
I
Come on,
don't
sister,
like
what do you
being
say?
put in this position. You know how indecisive I can be.
You could do it,
We've been
Elvira.
working on that. We need to work on that indecisiveness.
Okay,
That's what's
okay, I'm
really
just
been
gonna
hurting us this
close
whole
my
time.
eyes and point, and you, the dwarf, my friend, the dwarf.
Of course.
I
Yeah.
guess we're going with the beer.
We are so going with the beer.
So your agent goes and like returns the phone call, and you get a sponsorship. So each of you is going to get when you start out, you got a minor healing potion. It'll heal you 1d6 hit points if used, and maybe loosen you up in social situations.
When that
So,
saves our
like
life,
a
you'll all
truck
thank
again,
me.
Bender.
Yeah. So you're riding together. You know, you're after a long trip. You get to Toronto. You check into the hotel, do all of that kind of business that you have to do. There's a press conference that you have to go through where like you're being hammered with questions from the reporters, kind of like questioning why are you in the games, and asking you questions about what is your strategy going to be going into this thing, and you deal with that. And then you head to the arena. And as you get there, you are whisked away into like the backstage area of the arena. You're sent to the green room, and so you're at the Toronto Memorial Athletics Center, and you are basically in this like changing room. There's lockers there, a couple of craft service tables, and on the far wall you can see there's this huge. Basically, it's a magical TV screen. They call them an AVS, which is a arcane video screen. And so you can see that it's got I don't know. There's commentators that are talking about what might happen tonight. Big, huge stadium. Like people are filing in early to get ready for the events. And as you're in like the backstage area here, you can see the craft service table is kind of unusual for most crawls in that it's mostly alcohol. Like it's just like rows after rows of like top brand liquors. There's probably some beer and things like that there. Bottles of wine, champagne, all this type of stuff. And then there's like one little like wrapped like cheese and sausage platter and like one little thing of like vegetables that still has like the cling wrap on it. No one's touched that, but you notice that like some people have been imbibing some of the alcohols because like the stoppers are out, solo cups are everywhere, and you can see that there's a woman in here who's wearing headphones. She's holding a clipboard and she's standing sort of near where all these inebriating liquids are, and she's with a man that's clearly got a ref shirt on, and they're just like oh, you stop, no, you stop, and then you guys all like show up, and she's like you must be the team. Are you the what was it, the Blurgstones?
Blurgtown Saints. Yes, that's us.
Yeah, perfect. Glad you could make it. The games are going to be starting in about 30 minutes or so. So sit tight, enjoy, get relaxed, do whatever stretches you need to do. You just keep an eye on the screen here. When we're ready for you, I'll let you know, and we'll get you set up to enter the dungeon. Do you have any questions at all? No, stop. Okay. She goes over, she's pouring a little bit more alcohol into a cup.
Who do we talk to be able to drink some of this stuff? Is there a cost per cup? Or...
This is all for you. Here, what would you like? I'll pour it for you.
Oh yeah, I'll take that beer right there.
And she opens it up for you, hands it to you.
This is the best day ever.
Yeah, but Bender, remember, we're going to celebrate after our win this time. It hasn't been working for us to celebrate before.
But Elvira, if we celebrate before and after, that's twice the celebration.
But we've tried that every other time this year, and we're really not doing the greatest. So let's try something different this time, okay? Please, for me.
Seem to remember it differently.
Have you ever heard of a thing called superstition? Sports and activities like these, if you do something wrong and you're on a losing streak, you do the opposite. Like you wear different socks and inside out underwear, that sort of thing. You always drink. Maybe we don't drink.
So you're saying I should vomit first?
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Well, I need someone to kind of egg me on a little bit before I can really puke on demand.
We'll work on that.
You woman that poured me the beer.
Yeah.
I just need you to say he's gonna puke.
Oh, he's gonna puke. He's gonna puke.
Okay.
He's gonna puke. Oh,
wow.
It's so gross.
I've seen grosser.
I feel our luck turning already.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be a great one. I can tell.
So I see we've got these re-rolls from folks donating. That's awesome. I'm going to house roll because we're playing DCC. I don't know if the idea of a re-roll works so well, but how about this? Each of you, let's see, Winston, Robin, Joe, and Corey, each of you add 1 to your luck score.
Ooh,
that's how we'll do it. It'll be a permanent luck. And then I'll roll to see who gets the remaining 2.
All right.
So, Robin, you get an extra 1.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, Robin, you get 2. You get the remainder 2.
Lucky duck.
I am lucky now. I had a really low luck
I knew you were going to nail it today.
So, so who do I got? I got Joe. You had drank something. Who else? Did anybody else enjoy something from the table?
I did puke it up though too, to be fair.
If they had a diet beer, a diet beer light, Muffy would have been definitely in on that.
Okay. There's also like sodas and things like that. But if you want like a Miller 64 or something, that's there.
She's just sipping through a straw.
All right. So Millie and Joe, or Millie and what was it? Whedon. You both are enjoying a little bit from the craft service table when the screen, the big AVS screen, like lights up, and you can see that like the ceremonies out in the stadium are kind of like happening, and so audio is coming on, and you're hearing the final notes of the anthem of the North American Empire, America Super Potens Maximus. It's being performed by Smash Mouth. And when the applause dies down, the announcers speak up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to introduce the man of the hour. He came to Toronto in her time of need, and the city shall ever be grateful for him. I speak of your DJ for the evening, coming all the way from Indianapolis to give you the greatest show that we could possibly give. Give it up for none other than DJ Crunch Time. And there's like, all of a sudden Smash Mouth is playing All Star, and there's like this big paper like the kind of thing that like performers like pop out of, and so like this paper with like the Raincat Brewery like logo, like sponsored by Raincat Brewery, pops open, and this like kind of silly looking guy's got like the red like angular like shouldered red leather jacket like Michael Jackson would wear, and like headphones, and a very hipster like looking guy, and he's just like rushing out. There's a whole like team of staffers like following behind him, animal handlers, referees, goblins. There's like a bouncer looking minotaur behind him, and he takes the microphone, and the crowd is like going wild, like they know this particular DJ, and he's a fan favorite. He takes the microphone and seems to get lost in applause for a moment. He's like whooping it up, and then he says, wow, thank you all so much. Tonight, DJ Crunch Time, your master of ceremonies tonight. I'm going to lead you in this adventure. And it's oh my God, it is such a huge honor to be here. I'm not a big talker. I like action. So let's skip the preamble and get this dungeon started. And more music is playing. Smash Mouth starts playing again. And so then like huge cheers. Okay. Our first team is a first-year Division III team. They are young but scrappy, and I wish them all the success in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Toronto welcome to the Blurgstown Saints. And
That's us.
Yeah.
your promo video like is coming up on the screen of like your most impressive like events that like you dodging, you disarming the trap and like getting out of the way of like a big torrent of flame that comes out of a passageway. Maybe like the final blow on the dragon, like things like that, or like and all enhanced, right? And so then there's big cheer. All right. The Blurgstown Saints, I'm sure you are just as eager as me to see what's about to happen. So let's begin. In the name of Emperor Ronald I, the Uniter, I declare this contest open. Adventurers, from this moment forward, your lives are forfeit in the service of the Empire. I humbly beg Mother Juno and Father Jupiter, the apex of Olympus, to smile upon this contest and bless our heroes so that they may demonstrate the courage and might of the North American Empire. Your task is simple, crawlers. Defeat all the creatures you meet, solve any puzzles or riddles set before you, and survive to see your enemies die or surrender. Crawlers, I salute you. Begin. And then you just hear, and the door like opens up from the green room into a cobblestone hallway. The flagstone, and then you can see flagstone stairs that descend down in relative darkness. But there are AVS like advertisements up on like the sides of the passageway, so they like set off like a glow so you can see and things like that. And as you're kind of like peeking down there, you can see like at the base of the stairs there's a landing and a stone door.
I've got my shield up and my hammer in my right hand, and ready to walk down. If y'all want to follow me.
I suppose we better go. Yeah.
Do I just leave my glass here? Thanks. I'll just. Thanks.
She kind of like encourages you, like take it with you. She like fills it up for you as you're heading out into the dungeon, and then refills hers. She's like, "Good luck. Cheers."
Clink.
I'll take the rear. If everyone's okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Silas in the rear. It's great. So let's move.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So you head down the stairs and you make your way down to the landing to where the stone door is. So you can kind of hear maybe like kind of crowd, like that ambient sound of like a stadium on the other side of this door.
Are we ready? Everybody feeling good?
I think so. Yeah, I'm ready.
I'll kick down the door and not even gonna check and see if it's locked or if it'll move. I'm just gonna put everything I can from my right leg into that door.
All right, give me a strength check.
3.
Okay, so like you go to like kick down the door and like you maybe like sprain your ankle or something. You like kind of fall down and you just hear like an enormous amount of laughter on the other side of the door. And then there's just like the sound effect. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to do that anymore. I thought, we had talked about maybe, trying to see if the door would just open normal.
All I remember is it always working.
You just hear like DJ Crunch Time's like voice on one of the AVS screens, like, "Oh, talk about coming off the heels of failure! Oh my God, Cleric, tend to that heel."
Anybody else want to try this door?
Boy.
Seems like it's pretty well solidified. I don't know if anybody can get this open.
Muffy will walk over and see if it just opens.
It definitely does. You open up the door and
puzzle solved.
Puzzle solved.
I think you loosened it up. Don't worry.
Absolutely.
When you open it up, like the volume of the crowd, like instantly like buffets you in the hallway, and you see what is basically a pretty unexpected sight. There's this huge medieval looking jousting field like laid out. Somehow it's kind of perceived to you to like, that you're inside a stadium of some sort, but it looks like it's an open field, open sky. And you can hear like the somber playing of like a bard on a violin or a whatever mandolin. And there's of course a big stretch of bleachers there that contains a whole crowd of audience members for what appears to be this joust. There's a raised platform at one point where you see a man dressed as a king, like a medieval king and a medieval queen there. And they're in like the full regalia. Everyone in the crowd is dressed like they're like medieval times, like this is like, you totally feel like you just walked into a Renaissance fair. On the other side of like the jousting field, like beyond the jousting field, you can see there's like a huge like castle tower that has been constructed there. And there's also a knight wearing like a bucket helm, seated on a horse, lance in hand. And he there's another closer to you on your side of the jousting field is a horse, and there's a small young man, maybe like 15 years old, like squire, that is there like holding the reins, and he seems to be like waving at you. The horse is snorting and like kind of milling about, and the crowd like goes mad and is cheering as you are entering into this area. The horse, I guess I should mention too, the horse like clearly has like the the decor of like your sponsors, like on the cloth print of the cloth that's been draped over it. There's a jester in full motley regalia who approaches you from stage left, and he's got what's called a non-com badge. It means he's a non-combatant. So if any harm comes to anybody, and everyone in the crowd would have one of those too. That just means like they are not a part of they're not a monster. You're not supposed to attack them. You incur penalties or be disqualified if harm comes to them. So little jester man, he's got the non-com badge on. He addresses you. Well met, heroes. Choose a champion to ride against the Amber Thane. After the first pass, the ground fight shall begin in earnest. So you must ready yourselves. Champion, your mount awaits. And the crowd goes wild as the squire is kind of looking at you all, like gesturing for one of you to come forward.
I look at Bender.
I have stubby little arms. What am I supposed to do on a horse?
Well,
You
I
can see
think
the
you can use
squire
one
like
of those
goes and gets
long
like a little
lances.
boosty. Gets a little boosty. See it?
Excuse me, I have more stubby arms than you.
Fair. Muffy, what's
gonna
your
put
what's your
Gravedigger?
question? Yeah. Oh, okay. Elvira, are you familiar with the whole horse thing?
I was being sarcastic.
I don't think I've ever really ridden a horse, but you know me, I'm willing to do anything for the team.
I think a woman should go up against this. I don't think that, Amber Thane, that sounds like oppression to me.
Well, you make a good case, and how
I
are
do
you
have
with
longer
lances?
arms than all you.
It's true.
Get in there, do it. Put the wizard on the horse.
This is a tryout for a new nickname for you, Muffy.
Princess Muffy. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
We're,
All right, let's hype Princess Muffy.
we're
Being the
in
jouster.
role now. We use our stage names.
You can use that. Boosty steed if you need to. Get a hand up there.
I'll walk up and I'll whisper nonsense to the horse because I know horses can't understand me.
Yeah.
I will attempt to get on the horse for probably the third time in my life. I will be very confident about it.
So from the other end of like the jousting field, you can hear like the Amber Thane, the knight is just like, "This is your champion. Oh, come on, you've got nothing." And like as you're like climbing up to get ready to put yourself onto the saddle of the horse, you instantly like feel like a pressure like kind of sinking, like you just activated like something on the, and like you got like the, oh no, as boing, there's like a massive spring that like launches you, and you're like going flying like through like across the jousting field, and the other rider he starts like riding forward, and like he puts down his lance like he's going to try to like skewer you.
Okay.
And so I will make an attack roll for the Amber Thane. Does a 11 hit?
I believe it does, yes.
Okay. So his lance pierces through your shoulder. And as this is happening, as you were flying forward, you notice something really interesting about the lance in that like on the back end of like, I don't know what you call it, where like it kind of bevels out.
Mm-hmm.
You notice there's like a liquor bottle of whiskey that is like seems to be like inserted almost like mechanically into the lance, and as it strikes you, you just feel like liquid being like injected into your body, and you're like, ooh. So you do take some damage from this.
Okay.
Just like you take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And then you drop, like you fall as he like passes by you, and you instantly start like just dancing, like everything's getting cloudy and foggy, and you're just like hearing this music that isn't really present, and as your attention is drawn to the AVS screen because you see that it's got you on there, and you're like, wow, I look amazing, like I did a really good job on my hair, and like you're just basking in like all of these sensations that are coming over you.
What the hell is Muffy doing?
I yell out to the party, "Hey guys, dance like everyone's watching."
Muffy, get off the ground. Oh, get over here. What the hell are you doing?
See, Bender, this is exactly why I say you shouldn't drink before we play, because that's what you're usually doing.
They must have spiked the drinks.
Muffy's a lightweight.
So after that happens, the Amber Thane, as Muffy is being kind of portrayed on the AVS screen, the rider like takes his helmet off, and there's just kind of like a mascot underneath the armor, and like this rider, his head is just like a bottle of whiskey is his head, and you just hear like the DJ Crunch Time is like, and now a moment from another one of our sponsors, Amber Thane Whiskey. Don't get drunk, get awesome. And then there's like a sea shanty song like over like the just like the music that goes to Whiskey Johnny, no lyrics, is like playing in the background as this promo is going on. And as all that is happening, like you notice like all the people in the bleachers are kind of like getting up. They're like worried, like they're looking for the exit. They're all trying to like scramble out of the bleachers. And then you notice that there's a couple of the crowd goers that like they just got like paper masks of humans on their face, and like you're seeing like there's some that have like green, they're clearly goblins that have little blowguns that are sitting up there in the bleachers. So weapons are getting drawn. You feel like, okay, like it's going down. And you hear DJ Crunch Time over. Whoa, it looks like the action is about to pick up. How will our crawlers do? In this competition, your goal is to find where I have hidden a treasure chest with your sponsor's logo on it somewhere in this arena. All the while, you must deal with these goblins and the Amber Thane. Can they do it? Let's find out. And initiative gets rolled. And then it is first up, we have Princess Muffaletta Shortcakes, who is on the ground dancing. Why don't you give me let's see, what we need a fortitude saving throw.
That would be a 7.
Okay. On your turn, you're just like, yeah, you're in this, you're not able to like shake this off and like get to the task at hand. You're just like vainly like looking up at the AVS screen. Next up, we've got one of the goblins who has a blowgun, is going to try to shoot one down at the dwarf at Whedon. So attack roll happens. It is a 15.
Yes.
And so you're going to take 1 point of poison damage.
Okay.
All right. Then next up, we've got Whedon. It is your turn.
All right. Is the Squire still by us?
He's actually at this point like run off, like he's trying to get out of the action.
So for a brief moment, I thought about trying to grab his non-combatant badge and stick it on myself, but he's clearly gone.
So if you were to do that, you would disqualify yourself.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to put my shield up. Are any of them within like running and striking distance?
Yeah, you could get to like, if you want to get up to the Amber Thane, like he's on like your end of the jousting field at this point.
Yeah.
If you want to run up and get into the bleachers, you can do that. What else?
There's the Amber Thane's good.
You can see on the other end of the field, like that tower has a door on it. And there's also a couple of like exit doors that are like no-go areas. If you go to those exit doors, you'll be disqualified. That's where the crowd is filing out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll go after if Amber Thane is the closest, that's who I'm going for. And I'm really just gonna run with my warhammer and just kind of try and smack him right across the cheek so that his face kind of morphs like when you see a slow-mo person getting slapped. Yeah. That's what I want to see. But I probably won't with a 7.
That will miss, unfortunately. You know, you're on the ground, he's on a horse. It's hard to like get the reach up there to make this happen.
I ain't got no hops.
All right. You also could try a shield bash.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
So just a D20 roll, just apply a -2 to that.
That would be a 1 then.
A natural one?
No, not a nat one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So then we move on. There's 3 other goblins that are popping up, trying to shoot at various members of the group. One is going to take a shot at Elvira, and does a 12 hit.
No.
Another one coming at the dwarf. A crit. So take just to speed this along, 2 points of damage on that one. And then another one is going to try to shoot at the halfling and rolls a 9.
That'll miss.
All right. You notice up on the platform where like the king and queen were, they have since left. But there's the jester that like had come out and first announced all of you had clambered on back up to that platform and has a scepter in hand. And it seems like he's kind of like, he's just like holding it out and he's watching what's happening on the battlefield. Just like maybe there's something to that scepter, like he could do something with it, but he's not choosing to do so just yet. And then next up, it is Silas.
Is the platform something we can get to, or is it something as like exit to get around to?
So yeah, you just like go and climb up into the bleachers, and it's like the top level.
Okay, so I'm gonna run towards the platform and take a pot shot at one of the goblins with a crossbow. So that's just a D20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That will be a 14. Oh, I'm sorry, 15.
That'll hit.
All right, and the damage is a D6 plus my agility modifier, I think. Is that right? For a crossbow?
I don't think there's agility on damage for range.
Okay, got it. Oh, I rolled a 6.
Okay, so you end up taking out one of the goblins. Just like you hit him, and he like falls down, and there's like a medic that comes like running out to like try to pull him off of the battlefield.
There's one, and then I'm gonna try to climb into the platform area or get to it.
The Amber Thane is right there by Whedon and is going to try to like pull back the joust and like strike at Whedon. And rolls a nat 1. He goes to like strike down, and like you see the bottle, like the bottle of the Amber Thane whiskey like gets caught on a piece of his armor or something, and like shatters and breaks, and it's like dropping down everywhere, and he's just like, oh god. You see he's like fumbling, he's like, god damn this. He's just like swearing as he's trying to like get that hat, that like mascot hat, like twisted around, and totally botched his shot. So next up,
smells like my childhood now. Weird.
Yeah. Next up, we've got one of the goblins in the stands pops up, is going to take a shot at the dwarf. Does a 10 hit?
Oh.
All right, so that will be a miss. Elvira, it is your turn.
Oh, goodness. There's so many things I could do right now, and I just don't know what the right thing to do. I'm going to cast Second Sight to try to get some guidance from my god.
Okay. So go ahead and make a spell check.
All right. I got a 17.
Ooh.
And I rolled a 1, so a third eye appears in my forehead as I cast the spell.
All right. So what was the total number?
17.
17. Okay.
And what I'm trying to think about is like, do I go into the tower? Do I fight the Amber Thane? Which option should I choose?
Your deity is suggesting that the tower is where you can end this.
Okay.
So action is to cast the spell and then like make your way towards the tower.
Sure. Yeah. I think it's actually my whole turn is casting the spell. It's the casting time of 1 turn. So I don't even know if I get movement or anything. I'm just, You
could, you could start moving, like cast the spell as you're moving.
Okay.
Sounds good. Next up we have, I gotta get back to How did I do that? Oh, shoot.
Aren't you guys happy that Smash Mouth came back?
I think we should dance in the tower today, Muffy. Come to the tower.
All right. 2 more goblins. Pew, pew. That's right. They're trying to aim for Elvira. They realize that Elvira has figured out where the treasure chest might be. Elvira does a 14 hit.
No.
All right. Both of them will miss. And then we're back to the top. You just hear DJ Crunch Time is just like, oh, it looks like Elvira is making a play. What is she doing? What is she doing? What is behind that door? And Princess Muffaletta Shortcakes, you can give me a fortitude saving throw.
Oh, 6.
Still like flossing and like getting down. Unfortunately, there's no crowd to like back up these feelings anymore. So I'm gonna say on your next fortitude save, we'll give you a lower DC on that as that's starting to wear off. One of the goblins again pops up. They're all directing their attention over on Elvira now. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
All right, you take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Next up, Whedon.
All right. So I see Elvira booking it. So I am going to try and take like a swipe at the knight if he's still kind of around me. I'm going to try and take out like the leg of the horse and then free me up to like assist her.
All right. So mighty deed on this.
Yeah. All right, so that is a 17.
And your deed die came up a 3 or higher?
I did, yeah, I got a 4.
Okay, so go ahead and roll damage, but essentially you topple over the horse, bringing the rider down with it. So he is like pinned underneath the horse and already frustrated because he can't see and nothing. Like you basically like immobilized him.
Nice.
And taking out like the leg of this horse, and you just hear like DJ Crunch Time say, "Oh, that is so uncouth! How could he do that? This is the X-Crawl League does not condone like," and he's just like going on like basically like this legal disclaimer that they don't want PETA coming after them or anything.
There's no badge on the horse, right? The horse
There's no badge on the horse.
Okay, good.
Just common decency. That's all.
Yeah, it's just the commentary on top. So then you start like running towards. Was it the tower that you were trying to head to?
Yeah, basically just kind of following Elvira and trying to support with the shield and try and draw a little fire if I can.
Perfect. Yeah. It seems like you're succeeding with that. As the next 3 shots from the goblins in the crowd are going to come towards you. Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
Does not a nat 1. One of them goes to like talk to his like neighbor and like forgets that he's got the thing in his mouth and like accidentally like sticks in his neck and like that goblin topples over. So one of them hits, so you'll take 1 point of damage.
Cool.
All right. Next up, we have you can see the jester up on the top of the platform. That one that just got clocked in the neck. You can see him wave his scepter and like he casts some kind of spell and like the wound like heals up and the blow dart like drops out. It seems like he's been like healed. And next up we have Silas.
Is he still wearing a non-combatant badge?
None of the
jester?
Goblins are. Sorry.
No.
Oh,
the jester with the yeah.
No, he has since like taken it off. So he's in play.
Yeah, I'm going to try to wrest the scepter away from him.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
All right. Is this contested or am I hitting a DC?
You're going to be hitting a DC.
All right. I rolled a 12 and I'm going to use my mojo. So that's a 14.
You can't use your mojo on
I will
yourself.
use my
Oh, that's right.
mojo.
You can't use your mojo on yourself. That's right. Okay.
I will use my mojo.
All right. How describe your help?
So I'm basically going to just start singing Smash Mouth's All Star really, really loud to try and distract the jester to look at me instead of Silas.
And Silas, as you're wresting this like the scepter away from him, he's like, "Ooh, that's my favorite song."
I'll take that.
You managed to pull it away from him. He's like, "Hey, how dare you do that while I'm listening to the groovy tunes of the '90s?"
I'll just stick that in my bag and jump off the platform and run.
Sounds good. So that was Silas. The Amber Thane is stuck underneath the horse. The one goblin that's just got a heal is going to take a shot at Silas, who's running away, and gets a crit. You end up taking 4 points of poison damage.
Oh my God. That's a bad one. I found a chink in my soup mail.
Right through the loop.
Why did I put those there?
Elvira, it is your turn. You're up by the tower.
All right. There's a door to the tower. Is that correct? Or do I?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a door to the tower. There's also like up top. There's like a couple of windows that are open, like on the second floor or whatever.
Ooh, so I could potentially climb up there and kind of peek in.
Yes.
Oh, I'd like to do that. I'm going to climb up and peek in a window.
Okay. Give me it'll be an athletics check. Are you wearing armor?
Oh, yes. I'm wearing armor.
Okay. If you have an armor check penalty, that applies to this.
Okay. All right. And it's an athletics? Is that like a strength?
Yeah, a straight strength check.
Okay. All right. Let's see. That would be 5.
Okay. So you start climbing up this thing, and as you're doing so, you're realizing that it's not actually like a tower. This is a stage prop. And so as you're climbing up, like it starts to wobble with your weight on your back. Like the thing like starts coming down and it's gonna like pin you underneath it. I think Whedon, you're over there. Give me a reflex save to see if you also get hit by the tower as it comes down.
I may or may not have rolled a nat 1.
Okay, so you totally are under there too. The two of you are like, as this thing just comes leaning down, falls on the other side to the other two characters. Although it's probably debatable how much Princess Muffaletta notices, but there is totally like a treasure chest, like right there. It's got a wrap around it that has like the Rain Cat Brewery logo on it. And so like you found the treasure chest. The problem is the two of you are like stuck underneath.
Oops.
Another goblin like pops up and is trying to shoot at Silas. Oops. 14 hits.
No, that misses.
That one misses. Back to the top, Princess Muffaletta Shortcakes. It is time for a fortitude saving throw, but it's a lower DC than you've been rolling against.
Hey guys, I think that beer lady put something in my drinks. 18 this time.
18. Okay. Like you snap out of this. You've danced it out, and you realize you're looking around the field, and you realize like everything is going wrong right now. Like you're like the only person that is capable of really doing much, because you got the two under the tower. You've got Silas is just like dancing and dodging and weaving in the stands, like trying to not get hit by these darts.
Do I
see the treasure chest?
I will absolutely caution to the wind and run straight over to it and try to open it.
So you go over, like you tear off like the your sponsor's like wrapping on it, and like go to open the chest, and as you do, you see the back end of the chest like sprouts wings and starts like flying, and it's like got like fly paper, like you are stuck to this thing as it lifts you up, and you're just like, and it's like, I don't know, I get like this picture of like that scene from like this. I don't know if it's the second Harry Potter movie when like
Quidditch
or
scene?
maybe it's the first one where like his broom is going wacky. Like that's what's happening to you, and you're dodging and diving through the stands, and it's taking you really close to just like whacking you against different props that are set up.
Where's Professor Snape? Hold him steady.
So that's what happens on your turn. On a future turn, maybe you can figure out a way to like open this thing up. What you're looking for, I guess I didn't. So DJ Crunch Time comes over the AVS screen. He's just like, they found the treasure chest. They found the treasure chest. Now, to end this for good, you must open the treasure chest and obtain the coin that I have placed within. And then you can see like on the AVS screen, like this 3D model of this coin is like spinning around, and you can see the profiled image of Emperor Ronald the First. One side has a thumbs up, and like the other side is his profile image with a thumbs down. And DJ Crunch Time is just like, with this coin, it allows a participant to retcon. This is the ret coin. You can retcon one action with this coin. I will award it to whoever obtains it and end this event. And so then we move on to one of the goblins is again trying to hit Silas with the blow dart. Ooh, and it he got another crit.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be 2 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Next up, we have Whedon. You are underneath the tower.
Oh man. So I guess I'm gonna try and get out from underneath the tower. But so this is basically like a theater flat. Is that correct?
Yes.
So
yes.
Knowing that, last night I watched Alien, so I'm gonna try and like bash my way through it and like create a hole that I can climb through.
Strength check.
All right. 18, 19.
You just pop up and you've got like sawdust and dirt on you, so you look kind of like crazy as you're shaking your bearded your dwarven beard and hair, and you erupt a mighty beast,
Clanging my shield, my hammer. Yeah.
So you're drawing like some attention maybe away from Silas, who desperately needs it right now.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the goblins. So the goblins that all had like their blowguns trained on Silas turn and are looking at the more tougher dwarf to shoot. Miss, a hit, and a hit. 4 points of damage, and another 4 points of damage.
Oh my god.
4. Jeez.
Total of 8. The jester is just like kind of hopelessly chasing Silas around, but is having a difficult time. Like he's like trying to chase through like the bleachers and tripping and falling, and it's not going well for him. Silas, it is your turn.
All right, I'm running, and I have a question. Do I have any sense that the scepter is like a magical item that requires a cleric or a wizard or something to use, or do I think I could use it?
I'll let you give it a try. What do you want to do with it?
I want to heal Joe. I want to heal Whedon. Okay.
Roll a d20.
All right, so I'm gonna run as fast as I can go to try to get behind, like maybe I don't know if there's anything over there that I can get behind, maybe some of the rubble from the thing, and I'm just gonna try to cast heal. So here we go. It's a 16 straight.
Okay. I will say that you managed to like somehow just kind of like with your halfling luck, like you lucked into like activating this thing. And it will give him let's see, it's gonna give him, I'll say, a D3 of hit points back. So you get 3 hit points back, Joe.
Yeah.
All right.
That's just how this thing works. Okay. And I'll just keep running and try to like slide behind something like all action movie pose, but it's maybe like a piece of cardboard. So I don't know.
Sounds good. One of the goblins notices that you did that, and even though you're ducking behind some stuff, I'm gonna give you a +2 on your armor class for this. But is still trying to hit you as you like reach out. He misses. Elvira, it is your turn. You're stuck underneath the thing as well.
I am, and I want to get out from under here. So I'm not as fancy as Bender is, but I'm just going to try to, like crawl out from under.
Sounds good. That could be an agility check.
Okay, I'm really bad at either, so I'm just going to try my best, and I got a 2.
A 2.
Oh.
You're making some progress, but it's just like I think maybe unfortunately Whedon is standing on the thing right now, and so that
it hurts.
It's a little added pressure, and so you don't quite make it out. Another goblin pops out and is trying to shoot at Whedon. 8 will miss. Princess Muffaletta Shortcakes, you are sailing through the air, stuck to this chest. Ooh.
So I'm gonna try to do some gymnastic flips and get my feet up to kick the top of the chest to try to pop it open.
Okay, I think an agility check is in order.
All right. Oh, a 9.
I'll burn some luck on that. So can I burn mojo and luck?
Sure, you can do a combination.
Okay, I'm gonna burn 1 point of mojo and 1 point of luck, so that would be +4.
Okay.
It was technically a 10. Sorry, I added wrong.
Okay, 10, and so it sounds like it'll be a 14. Describe to me the help that you're giving Silas.
So I see Muffy's up there like sailing and trying to do like a little kick, and was like, Muffy, like when you're trying to break into a chest, you want to like hang on to the side and like kick the latch. Don't just kick it. It won't open unless the latch like that. Just kind of like trying to like over explain.
You're getting the mansplaining, the halfling splaining from the ground, and you have no choice but to hold on to the sides. That's where you're at. But you manage to kick it open, and you flick off your like the boot that is on your foot, and with your toes, with your big toe and your little toe, manage to like bring it down onto the coin and pull it up. And like the camera is on your foot with this coin like stuck in between it, and like all the goblins like stop, everything stops, and you can see the AVS screen says like it has your team name, and it says victory, like event 1 victory, and more Smash Mouth. It seems that you have won, and so Princess Muffaletta, you have the ret coin.
Okay.
You can use that essentially you can make me re-roll something. You can have somebody else re-roll something. Or if you flavor it up, you could explain to me, we want to cancel an action that happens, an event that happens in the game. You see that there's a door. One of the doors had like a no-go sign on it, and that like turns off. And it seems like you're being directed to enter into the next challenge. You end up, so we're going to obviously like kind of gloss over some things at this point, but you go through this dungeon, and what you're realizing as you go through and face the events is lots of things seem like totally not right, or lazily done, or there's like a room where all of there's like what seems to be like a gauntlet of challenges that you were supposed to face, and like all of the doors were left open. One of the attendant there like is totally wasted, and actually most of the monsters ended up like fighting themselves, and you were able to kind of like not even have to deal with the challenge because it like solved itself. And you can just tell at one time you hear DJ Crunch Time is apparently in some kind of conversation with the Archduke of Toronto, and like they have like an open mic, and they like don't realize that it's like live, and they're like having this really embarrassing conversation about details about their personal lives. It takes them like 5 minutes to realize that this has gone out and broadcast. And so you're just getting the sense it's New Year's Eve, like everybody is getting like inappropriately drunk. and not doing their jobs very well. But at some point, you make it to another area, and you enter the door to this next room. And as you open it up, you hear DJ Crunch Time say, he comes over the AVS and he says, well, congratulations, Blurgstown Saints. Oh, you've made it so far, and you've done well. Oh, you're such a tough bunch. I knew that we did a great job booking you for this event, so we know that you can fight. But can you think? This is the Crunch Time Escape Room. Here's how it works. The room begins in total magical darkness. Once your entire team is inside, the door is going to be shut behind you, and I'm going to dispel the darkness. And then the clock down, or the countdown clock starts. You have 90 seconds to find the keys, unlock the locks, open the door, and escape. Failure to do so shall have fatal repercussions. So let's get started! And music starts playing. So he tells you further, some keys are hidden. Some appear when you solve puzzles, and some require other skills to obtain. If any of you got thieves' tools, you might be thinking about just trying to skip ahead and skip finding the keys and use your thieves' tools. Think twice about doing that. Okay, are you ready? In the name of the wise trivia, I wish you good fortune. And door opens, and just like he tells you, like you're like immersed in darkness. But then lights go up, and you have full vision. You're in a 30-foot by 30-foot room with a door on the east wall. This is not the door that you just came through. When you look back, that door that you just came through is like gone, melds into the wall. On the north wall, you see 6 framed photographs of city skylines, each with a red button underneath. On the south wall, you see a framed photograph of a horrific monster. You see a square barred window on the south wall near the exit. In the southeast corner of the room is a table dressed in cushy velvet, upon which is a full bottle of Amberthane whiskey and a shot glass. On the east wall, next to the door, is a framed poster with some kind of number puzzle and a keypad built into the wall next to it. The door itself has 6 locks. Each is marked with different logos of different sponsors.
What corner is that in? The poster?
That's the door with the locks on it.
Yeah.
That is on the east wall.
Oh, okay. So it's just that door.
Yeah. The entire ceiling is a giant AVS screen, and as you enter, you can see it's got the countdown, 90 seconds, and it starts ticking down. So I'm just gonna like go through initiative order and have each of you like kind of individually tell me like what you would like to do. And I'm gonna say like you all have a general sense of what the other characters are doing. So as you're trying to solve these challenges, you're aware of everything, clues and things like that other people are handling. So let's start with Princess Muffaletta. What would you like to do?
I know that Bender is going to go straight for that alcohol, so I'm going to, since I have the step up, I'm going to run over there because I'm that sort of escape room player.
All right. So you're over by the table. The bottle of whiskey, full bottle of Amberthane whiskey and a shot glass is all that is here.
Pour it and drink one down.
All right. Give me a luck check. And when you roll this, you're trying to get your die roll should be under your luck to be a success.
Okay. Well, maybe. Oh God, a 20, a natural 20.
Okay, you roll a 20. Man, it tastes good. You get like right back into that feeling that you had back out in the field, and you're just like you're taking shots, like you're like, oh, this is so good, and you're just like throwing them back.
I think Muffy has a problem we should talk about afterwards.
Lightweight.
Whedon, you got beaten to the punch, or the whiskey, as it were. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go look at that monster, the portrait of the monster.
Okay, so you're over by this portrait of this monster, and it's pretty crazy looking. It's got like tentacles that all have like little mouths on the end of them, and like eyeballs all over on like its the central like kind of scaly husk and a big mouth and weird arms coming off of its head and on its bottom. As you look at it, you feel like the creature inside is like moving, and its mouth is like opening wide, and you're getting the sense that it's like moving towards the like the profile of the painting, and you're getting the sense that it's like charging like right for you.
I'm gonna use my flint and steel and try and light that portrait on fire.
Okay. I'm gonna let you do like an intelligence check as you're like doing that.
Okay. So that would be 17.
As it's like charging forward in its mouth, one of its like larger mouths on its spherical head is opening up. You see like a glimmer in its mouth, and you see like a key like hanging off the roof of its mouth.
Oh, okay. I will drop the flint and steel and just stand at the ready with my shield and hammer, to try and time it so that I can hit it the moment that it comes out of the painting, because that's what I'm assuming is going to happen. That it's going to like come at me, through the looking glass style, Jabberwocky style, and I'm just going to like club it the moment it comes through so I can grab that key.
Okay, give me an attack roll with your mighty deed, and if you both hit and get the mighty deed off, we will say that you're going to have your opportunity here.
So that would be a 7.
Can I retcon?
Yeah.
All right.
So re-roll. I'll say you can re-roll either. Like you can re-roll your D20 and or your deed.
Oh, I'm gonna re-roll both then.
Both, okay.
Does that work?
Yep.
Is that
Yes.
cool? Okay. All right. So that is an 18. 19, but I did not get the mighty deed.
Okay. Roll damage. So you'll hit it. You just won't maybe like get the key just yet.
Sure. 5.
Okay. So this monster ends up taking 5 points. And then so he definitely like pops into the room, and you manage to like hit him as he does so, but you don't quite like maybe reach in and grab the key, and so he's like in the room. He's a threat now to everybody.
Okay.
Out of the portrait. Next up we have Silas.
So Alex, can I sort of have drank one of my healing or the healing potion on the way through? Okay,
Absolutely.
So D6.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Oh, it's a 6. Oh my god! Thank God. Okay, I had 2 hit points. So, okay.
I was going to try to get to you.
It's okay.
I was just trapped.
I'm expecting to die during this, so I was kind of cool with it. All right, I'm going to. So the creature is in the room at this point.
Yep.
All right, I'm like. I was going to go to the paintings, and then I hear like Cthulhu sounds, and I just go, "Oh my god!" And I'm just going to turn and shoot with my crossbow. All right, and that is a that is a 15.
That'll hit.
That'll hit, and then the damage. Ooh, a 6. Oh my god! I swear to God, I've rolled 3 6s. It's gonna. I've stolen all of your luck, Muffy.
It looks pretty wounded. It's bleeding and dripping this like acidic blood all around the room as it's flying about. Elvira, it is your turn.
Oh, well, I see the monster, but I know we have so little time. I want to run across to the pictures on the wall of the cities. Do any of them look like Toronto?
Let's see. The cities, which are San Diego, Baltimore, Milwaukee, Austin, Utica, and Toronto.
Oh, I want to go to Toronto because, I think that's a good one. And I want to push the button and see what happens.
The picture like descends down, and there's like a nook inside that has the key that matches that
guys,
lock.
I found one. Oh, good luck with the monster.
So, good job. You've got one key down. Next up, we've got the tentacled monster is going to attempt to attack. It's going to be a toss-up between the two that have hit it. So I'm going to roll for it to see who it's going to be. It's going to be the dwarf. It goes flying forward and tries to hit you with one of its tentacles. But a 9 will miss.
Hell yeah.
Princess Muffaletta, it is your turn. You're give me another luck check as you down this whiskey.
I don't know how this is happening. 13.
What? Hold on. Can I burn luck to reduce the roll on luck
Does that
checks?
work?
Sure, let's do that.
All right, I'm gonna burn. How lucky are you, Princess Muffaletta?
Not very.
Okay, I'm gonna burn 4 points of luck, so it's gonna take -8 off of it.
Okay.
I'll add another 2 to that.
So
okay,
all
then
of
I'll
your
burn 3
teammates,
points of luck then.
all of your teammates are like urging you to stop drinking while they're solving other problems, and you're like considering that, but then you realize as you're like downing these shots, you look at the bottom of the shot glass in a very like Christmas Story, drink more Ovaltine kind of way. You realize that there are words that are popping up on the bottom of the shot glass, and like as you slow this down, you realize it says use twice, key bareface, and that will correspond with the key that Robin just got is the barefaced key.
Okay.
So it would seem basically what you put together is using that key a second time on this lock opens that one as well.
Okay.
That's sneaky.
Next up we have Whedon.
All right, so I've about had it with tentacle monsters. Last week was plenty for Whedon. We don't need to get into that, but what Whedon really wants to do right now is basically step on the neck of this tentacle in question that has the key, and then just like hammer until there's nothing left but the key. So that it's just this pulp around the key.
All right, sounds good.
Well, that's a 11.
Burning luck.
Okay, you're
Well, I
getting a
still
little
have
bit of
some
luck.
mojo too, so I can give you a
Ooh.
point of mojo.
All
Let's do
right.
that.
All right, I'll
Sounds
burn
like-
a point of luck, and so that's +2, and then a point of mojo +3, so 14.
Okay, you get that assistance, and you will hit. Did you get your mighty deed?
Did not.
Okay, so you can roll damage.
All right. 5.
All right, and mighty deed, the die still applies to damage,
Oh, great. 7.
even if it's a failure. Okay, so 7 points. It's not looking too good, but it's still on its feet or on flying about. It's still up. Next up, it is Silas.
All right, I'm gonna run over to where the poster is, but I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna kind of run to the poster, but track the monster and be like, whoa, we did duck, and shoot an arrow.
All right.
I'm not feeling so lucky now. Feeling anti-lucky. Oh no, that's gonna be a 10. And screw it, I'll burn 2 points of luck.
All right, you hit.
All right, and here's the damage. This time it's a 2.
Okay, you end up. This is all you needed to do to take this thing down. It falls down. Whedon, you're right there to be able to snatch the key from its mouth and go and unlock. You've got three of the 6 locks are done with.
Nice.
Elvira, it is your turn.
All right. You said there's a barred window down in the south side of the room.
Yeah, so you run over there and take a look. Basically, it's kind of like three bars in this like little maybe like 2-foot gap, and you can
Okay.
see there's a it's like 5 feet little nook, but there's a key like hanging on the far wall, too far away to like reach and just grab it. It's just out of grasp.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. And I do have this lovely shovel, but nothing at the end of that. Huh. Well, I'm not sure, guys. There's a key over here that I can't reach. Somebody maybe can help out with that.
So you got a shovel in hand.
I
You
do.
think that you could maybe like slide the shovel in and like twist it and like maybe get it to like cup the key and like get it like it'll have to be
Oh,
like
sure, and then get it close enough that I might be able to reach through and
yeah,
grab
if you
it.
could just
Oh, yeah.
unhook it. So give me a luck check.
And I have to roll under my luck, right?
Yes.
Can I use Mojo on hers?
I don't
Sure.
think it
Fun.
would make too
Well-
much of a difference. I rolled a 20.
Okay, so if you had enough collective mojo to
Oh,
that
I
down,
rolled
where
a
do-
20 and
I'm
my
out.
luck is 12, guys.
so you'd have to get an 8. You have
I
to
can.
make up 8.
I'll burn 4 luck.
Can I burn some of my own? Well, wait, then I'd have to
Well, you
roll
can't,
even lower.
The only person who can burn the luck to give to others is the halfling.
All right.
Oh,
so
okay.
does anyone
You
have
can
any?
use your mojo?
Does anyone have any mojo?
I have mine, but
I'll
It
just
would-
save
Not
it.
enough.
I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna kill myself for going -0 luck. So I'm gonna go down to 4 lucks. I just burn 8 points.
Okay.
So that should do
so,
it, right?
oh, you're burning enough to make it happen?
Oh yeah, I'm burning 4 points of luck. So that's double to 8, right?
Okay. So you reach in then the shovel and you manage to like kind of just very gently like keep it like I don't know, vertical with the ring and like get it to unhook itself, and then with your shovel like pull it back so you can grab it.
I have a lot of experience with the shovel.
That's true. You were the grave digger. That makes sense. So you got 4 of the 6 keys. Next up, we have Princess Muffaletta.
I'm gonna run over to the. I guess it was a poster with a keypad.
Yes.
And see if I can work that out.
This is the perfect one for Corey to take a look at. So you go over there and you take a look at there's just like an etching there on a blank space near the keypad, and the numbers that are read in sequence are 8, 13, 21, 34, and then there's like a little blank there as if you're supposed to type in the next number in the keypad.
All right. I'm gonna try the number 55.
55, doot doot, ding, and green light like drops down the keypad, and there's a key inside.
So smart, Muffy.
It's all that math I did at the pancake house. You know,
This seems like a
liquor.
random.
don't know how to calculate tips.
Calculate tips and Fibonacci. Okay.
So there's one key left. Silas, it is your turn.
Oh, that's me. I don't feel so good right now. I feel like something's wrong with me. I think fate's coming. So we've got all the keys. We have 5 keys or 6 keys?
You got 5 keys.
Oh.
And you
What have we
don't
not
see.
interacted with?
I don't believe you see anything other than.
I feel like we have interacted with all the puzzles. I might have missed one. So we got a key from the posters. We got over the poster. Got a key from the window, the barred window. We got a key from the monster.
Everything that like seemed like you should interact with it has been interacted with.
And I want to look up at the screen. Is there anything on the ceiling where the screen's at?
Just the countdown timer. And then there's like a little indicator of like 5 of 6 found.
Okay. And one of the keys we're counting is the double lock key, right?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
I'll let you do a luck check, I suppose.
Is that even possible to roll anything under a 0?
No, I have a 4 luck. I'm not a 0. I think I would really be dead. I think you die if an ability score goes to 0. So I have a 4 luck. We got to hit a 1, 2, or a 3. Oh my God, we hit a 2. I swear on my life. I'm not even kidding. It's a 2.
Yeah.
There's the proof.
Here's the proof. It's hard to move the camera. I promise it's there. Whatever.
So, Silas, you're like, I don't understand. Like, you're like you're talking out loud. Like, we got to solve this puzzle. And you're looking up at the screen and like, you put your hand on the wall and like you like hit the button that like reveals like the secret panel that swings out, just pops out. And there's a key in there. And look at that.
I meant to do that. Halfling luck, don't you know?
Oh, nice job, Silas. You're so smart.
So DJ Crunch Time comes over the screen like, way to go. This is a new record. Oh, in playtest, like, and he's like going through all the stats of how like it came down to the wire every time that they tested this in the test environment, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, good job. Blurtown Saints. Now you have a moment for respite. And you the door opens and it opens to a fanfare of trumpets. You find yourself in a break room, and as you know, crawlers, break rooms are safe places. The judge never puts any traps or anything like that in a room that is marked a break room. So yeah, absolutely not, because the judge would be like disqualified if they did such a thing. It's a part of the rules, and it's there to give the crawlers that feeling of sense of security when they get those breathers. So you find yourselves in such a room that has comfortable couches, a craft service table with food, drinks, several bottles of wine, cooler of soda, touch-up mirror. There's a young man in scrubs next to an examination table with stethoscope and scrubs and things like that. He'll patch you up. You all go to like full hit points, even though you're getting the sense that he's like a little bit inebriated, and so like the stitching up of your wounds like just seems not quite right. But
I'll pass.
As you like heal up, at some point, you can hear more applauding, more cheering. People are getting amped up. You get the sense that out in the arena, they're prepping the audience for the main event. And so, at some point, you are going to make your way out of the break room, and DJ Crunch Time himself is on the other side of the door with a referee, and there's a cameraman and a producer there with several assistants. And he says, hey, there you are. Oh, I just came to personally say congratulations on coming this far. Oh man, you guys rock. I mean that. I don't just say that. Like I feel like I've really gotten to know you all by watching you. It brought a tear to my eye. We need to hang out after this, right? Like after everything is done, you'll come back to my room. We'll party, right? Let's get together for the ball drop. So you have one final challenge to face. All right. Your challenge in this next room: defeat the creatures that you see and rescue Baby New Year. Are you up for it?
Hell
yeah.
All right, it's crunch time. What? I love you, Toronto. What? Oh, are we live? Oh no, okay. And he goes and like opens up the door. He's like, don't worry, I'll pump you up. I'll say something. Go. And
Got
you
a
make
bad
your way.
feeling about this.
Yeah, he's like totally like gone, glazed over eyes. He doesn't know what's going on. You open the door, and the crowd gives you a huge cheer. You look around, and you see that you're in an arena with perhaps 5,000 people in the stands, on their feet, screaming and going wild. You yourselves are standing on a 20-foot by 20-foot platform with a stairway that leads you down into this constructed space that looks like office cubicles laid out, like an office layout. And like the carpeted floors, there are computers in each of the cubicles with office chairs and things like that. Inside each of the cubicles, you can see some kind of like a gray-faced zombie in white cutoff tie, black tie, white shirt, office slacks, just kind of mindlessly. Many of them have like headsets on, like they're telemarketers. Also, you see on the east side of the wall is a water cooler that has some kind of red liquid inside of it. At the back of beyond the cubicles, there is a like larger platform where a cage is being held with a little man. Maybe he's a halfling, but he's like naked except for this little diaper that he's wearing, and like little party hat, and like he's clearly like the baby that you're supposed to rescue, but he's got like a full beard, and very out of shape. He's got the pudge.
Silas,
so,
that looks like your cousin.
It might be.
Near that cage, there are a number of skeletons that have bows drawn that are like guarding the cage, ready to shoot at you. From beyond that, you can see 4 glass meeting rooms, doors closed, but big glass windows. And that's where like the ghoulish managerial staff is like behind those in that area. And they're just kind of like out, like looking through the blinders, like peering out into the cubicle area. You hear there's a flashing, the AVS is just saying flashing, rescue baby new year, rescue baby new year. And at this point, we'll roll into initiative. Elvira, you are up first.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I've seen these kind of creatures before, and I don't like them very much, but I'm going to try to make my way towards Baby New Year, turning unholy as I go. I want to keep them away from the baby and from me.
All right. Give me a turn undead check. This is a big one.
Yeah. 13. Can I burn some luck?
Can I mojo?
You got some mojo for me?
Mojo and combination of mojo and luck is totally fair.
Okay, so could I bring it up to like 16 then?
So with a 16, let me just look something up real quick here.
I think it'd be an 18, wouldn't it? If mojo's 3, and if you burn luck, that'd be another 2. Or am I miss?
I thought if I burn luck for me, don't I just get 1
you just get
point
one.
for 1
yeah,
point?
I get the double because I'm the halfling. The lucky halfling.
All right,
I would burn some, but I'm down to critical level.
What was our total?
16. Is
16.
that what I said? Yeah.
All right, so you can see as you're doing this, all of the like zombies, at least, that have popped up to like check out the party, all but maybe like 2 of them kind of recoil into like their cubicles. Like they were about to emerge to deal with you all, but you see them like duck down. They don't even want to look at you as you're holding up your deity's symbol.
It's a moon, by the way, just so you know. It's a nice moon.
And DJ Crunch Time is like explaining the backstory of like you and your faith and like things from the biographies that they've done on you. Princess Muffaletta, what would you like to do?
I'm running behind her. I think I'm gonna run as far as I can, and can I? You said behind, like it's skeletons, then ghouls, right?
Yeah, so it's like the first thing that you'll be walking through is the cubicles where the zombies were.
Right.
And then beyond the cubicles, you can see like the raised platform with the cage on it. And the
Okay.
skeletons are surrounding that. And then beyond that, you can see the big glass windows where the conference rooms where the ghouls are.
Okay. Then in order to try to distract the ghouls, I am going to I'm gonna cast animal summoning in that space between the two of them, and I'm gonna spell burn bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna take off. Let's see. I'm gonna do 10 from stamina and 10 from agility to give me that 20.
All right. Sorry. Tell me once again, what was the spell?
Animal summoning. I just want
Animal
a
summoning.
herd of animals in between the ghouls and the skeletons.
Okay. What type of animal would you like?
Sheep.
Okay. So like very unexpectedly, like boom, sheep are just like randomly like popping like popcorn into the room. And it's just like for whatever reason it's making a popcorn sound. And you get the sense that all the sheep have like popcorn stuck to them rather than wool. And so they start like crashing through the bay windows, and the ghouls are just like no. They're just like mowing down on these popcorn sheep. And like they're starting to like fill up the conference room so much that you can't even see the ghouls in there.
Perfect.
Oh,
All right, next up, we've got Whedon.
I found that so funny. All right, I'm gonna kind of like try and be a little bowling ball, sort of like in Hook when they put the dude on top of the ramp.
Legs up.
Yep, he tucks his legs up. I'm gonna do that through the cubicles, like trying to like kind of deter or knock people down so that Elvira can clear some space.
All right, let's do it. Attack roll with the deed.
All right. Oh no! I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, so you roll in that one. What happens is you go rolling forward, and like you like knock down like the first cubicle, but then like those zombies that are in there, like they grab you and they hold you and they pull you up and they throw you into like one of the desk chairs, and they just start like spinning you, and you're just like, and you're getting like dizzy and yeah, you're just like in a whirl right now. Like you're basically like incapacitated while you're whirling about. Next up, we've got Silas.
So is there a rafter or something I could like swing a grappling hook from? I'm thinking like swinging a grappling hook and like swing to the cage.
Yeah, like as you come into the down off of the stairway into the office building, you can see like the ceiling is like hinged and it like comes down. It's got like that, the paneled office kind of
The drop ceiling.
drop ceiling. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take out my grappling hook. Like, now is your time to shine, Silas. And I'm like gonna take it and just try to throw it and hook it, and then just like Indiana Jones swing over to the cage.
All right, I think this is an agility check.
Thank God you didn't say luck. All right, here we go. I get a +1 in agility, and it's a 18.
18. So grappling hook goes actually flying up, and you notice that there's actually like a disco ball kind of thing that was propped up there. So your grappling hook like reaches up and wraps around that. You go swinging by a table where there's like a big sheet cake laid out, and you make it over. Your intention was to like get over by the baby, like beyond the skeletons.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like mugging the crowd and like cheering for myself as I'm swinging through. Like,
all right.
pumping.
So one of the things in X-Crawl is you can do some grandstanding. So it sounds like you're grandstanding a little bit. Give me a personality check.
Oh, I don't know what my modifier is. I think it's a 0. Just straight 10.
Okay, 10. Yeah, so you're like whooping it up. Nothing like too nuts or anything, but you don't embarrass yourself as you do this. And you like manage to whoop right beyond on the other side of the skeletons. Now you're near the cage.
All right, and then I'm just gonna fish out my thieves' tools for next turn.
All right, sounds good. Elvira, it is your turn.
Oh, I want to help out Silas. I see him getting in position, so I'm going to get as close as I can to try to keep those undead away and just try to do that again.
Okay.
So turn unholy. Oh boy, that was a 7.
Okay. So you fail. Your critical fail range extends a bit. Princess Muffaletta, it is your turn.
I'm going to try to throw down force manipulation between Silas and the skeletons to protect him. And I roll a 4.
Okay. So you try to do this, and there's some bad stuff that happens as you cast the spell. You actually encase yourself in a bubble.
Right.
And you're you're screaming and trying to
Mime.
help out. You're literally the mime thing that would happen is utilitarian, or it's actually happening to you. Whedon, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to try and take the momentum of the spinning chair and use that to launch me up to the cage and try and slam through the door as a torpedo with shield first.
Just give me a luck check.
Okay. No. No.
Silas, you're over by the cage. You're getting you're working on this with finesse with your tools. Bam! Like a bird just hit the window. The dwarf drops down right next to you. Silas, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna scramble and be like, Whedon, thanks for the help. I think and then I'm just gonna try to crack the lock. You're
trying to crack the lock. All these skeletons have their bows drawn right on the two of you, point blank. If they shoot, if you don't open this thing, you're gonna get pin cushioned, and the two of you are gonna be done for.
Okay.
No pressure.
Come on.
All right. Here's the roll. It's a 16, and I'm gonna burn 2 more points of luck. That's actually 17, but I'll burn 2 points of luck to get another 4 on top of that. So it'll be a 21.
All right. You popped off the cage. The little man pops out, and you hear air horns signaling the end of the room. Well done. You hear DJ Crunch Time is cheering you on, or ending this, and the man says, "Yeah, smoke." Little man that you just freed, the baby.
I've got a flint and steel.
He takes that and he's fishing around in a little diaper, pulls out a big stogie, lights it up. As you're doing this, you see the big AVS has a countdown. It's almost midnight. 10, 9, and he says, "Well, hope you got someone to smooch with at midnight."
There, baby.
I'm gonna pull out one of the IPAs from the bus. I'll kiss that.
All right. There are some attendants and things like that. Go over to the water cooler and fill up some bubbly. Start handing it out to all of you. And as the countdown goes to 0, you just hear fireworks outside. You smooch the baby. You all toast each other. And well done. You have made it a successful New Year's Eve crawl.
Woohoo!
Oh, nice job, team. I knew we could do it.
Only 2 concussions, too.
Yeah. I need a break from this team. I retire.
What?
I'm announcing it at the press conference.
Thanks everyone for watching. I think we're at the end of our time, so we're gonna say goodbye. Thanks to Mini Terrain Domain for putting this all together.
Thank you.
Please donate to Jasper's Game Day and help out this great cause. And have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.